Welcome back to Speak Like You Mean It. In the last episode, we broke down the foundations of confident speaking, your mindset, your body, your voice, and how to structure what you say. But today, we're tackling something even more specific, and honestly, more frustrating. Overthinking while speaking. You know the feeling. You're in the middle of a conversation, and suddenly your brain starts racing. Is this making sense? What should I say next? That sounded weird. Fix it, fix it. And just like that, you lose your flow. Your sentences become messy. You hesitate. You second guess everything. And afterward, you replay the conversation thinking, I could have said that so much better. Today's episode is about fixing that. By the end, you'll know how to speak clearly without overthinking, respond faster in conversations, stay present instead of stuck in your head. Let's get into it. Why overthinking HAPPNS? First, let's understand what's actually going on. Overthinking isn't random, it has a pattern. The real cause. Overthinking happens when your brain is trying to do two jobs at the same time. 1. Create your message. 2. Judge your message. So while you're speaking, another voice in your head is saying, that's not good enough. Say it better. They might not like this. And that creates hesitation. It's like trying to drive a car while someone is constantly grabbing the steering wheel. You don't need more intelligence to fix this. You need less interference. The golden rule: finish before you fix. Here's one rule that will instantly improve your speaking. Finish your sentence before you judge it. Most people interrupt themselves mentally mid-sentence. That's why they pause too much, change direction halfway, lose clarity. Instead, train yourself to complete the thought first, even if it's not perfect. Because clarity comes from completion, not perfection. Think in ideas, not words. Here's another big shift. Stop trying to think of the perfect sentence. Instead, think in simple ideas. Let me explain. If you try to construct perfect sentences in your head, you'll always be slow. But if you think like this: main point, why it matters. Example, you can speak naturally. Your brain is much better at expressing ideas than memorizing lines. The 3-second rule. Here's a practical technique you can use immediately. The 3-second rule. When it's your turn to speak, pause for 3 seconds. Then start talking. That pause does 3 things. 1. It calms your brain. 2. It organizes your thoughts. 3. It makes you appear more confident. Fast responses aren't always better. Clear responses are. How to stop rambling. Overthinking doesn't always make people silent. Sometimes it does the opposite. It makes people ramble. You start talking and talking and talking. Hopping clarity will show up somewhere in the middle. Let's fix that. Use one message per turn. Every time you speak, aim for one clear idea. Not 5, not 10. Just one. For example, instead of, yeah, I think maybe we could try something different because the current system is kind of slow, and also the team mentioned some issues. Say, I think we should try a different approach because the current system is too slow. That's it. You can always add more later. How to respond without freezing. Let's talk about those moments where your mind goes blank. Someone asks you something and suddenly nothing. Here, what to do. Step 1. Acknowledge. Say something simple. That's a good question. Let me think about that. This buys you time. Step 2. Start anywhere. You don't need the perfect beginning. Just start with what you do know. Even something simple like, the first thing that comes to mind is Step 3. Build as you go. Confidence comes from movement, not from waiting. Stop trying to sound smart. This one is important. A lot of overthinking comes from trying to sound impressive, using complicated words, over-explaining, trying to be perfect. But hear the truth. Clear is powerful, complicated is confusing. Confident speakers don't try to sound smart. They try to be understood. And ironically, that's what makes them sound smarter. Train your brain for real-time speaking. If you want to stop overthinking, you need to train your brain to respond faster. Here are 3 powerful exercises. Exercise 1. Speak without stopping. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Pick any topic. Your day, a movie, a random idea, and speak continuously. No stopping, no editing. This trains your brain to keep going without judgment. Exercise 2. Random question drill. Ask yourself random questions like, what makes a good leader? Why do people procrastinate? Then answer out loud immediately. This builds thinking speed. Exercise 3. Summarize quickly. Watch a short video or read something. Then explain it in 30 seconds. This improves clarity under pressure. How to stay present in conversation. Overthinking pulls you into your head. Confidence keeps you in the moment. Here, how to stay present. Focus on the other person. Instead of thinking, what should I say next? Think, what are they actually saying? Listen fully. When you listen better, your responses become easier. Use visual anchors. Notice small details. The room, the person's expressions, your surroundings. This grounds you in reality. Accept imperfection. You will say things imperfectly. That's normal. Fluency is more important than perfection. What confident speakers do differently? Let's compare. Overthinker. Edits mid-sentence. Talks fast or freezes. Focuses on themselves. Confident speaker. Finishes thoughts. Speaks at a steady pace. Focuses on the message. That's it. Not a different personality. Just different habits. Real-life scenarios. Let's apply this to real situations. Scenario 1. Group conversation. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, jump in with a simple entry. I agree with that and I think. Keep it short, build from there. Scenario 2. Being asked a question. Don't rush. Pause, then answer. I think the main issue is. Simple start, strong delivery. Scenario 3. Sharing an opinion. Avoid weakening phrases like, this might be wrong but. Say, I think. Direct, clear, confident. Your daily challenge. Here's your challenge for today. Speak up at least once in a conversation. Use the 3-second pause. Focus on finishing your sentence. That's it. Small actions, big results. Final message. Let's end with this. Overthinking is not a permanent trait. It's a habit. And habits can change. You don't need perfect words. You don't need perfect timing. You just need to start speaking, keep going, and trust yourself more. Because confidence isn't about having no doubt. It's about speaking despite it. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who tends to overthink like you do. Next time, we'll talk about something powerful. How to speak so people actually listen and remember what you say. Until then, keep speaking, keep improving, and speak like you mean it.